Might be less armor back here. Let's go do that. So be like a leather backing kind of thumb plates, not a whole lot back here. Oops. We have a yeah, we'll use this. We get the Gojek. Wait, why is it in here? We move this out of ref. Oh, there's something itchy on my chin. Sorry about that. Here's upper 2 and Curious upper 3. No, that should be in Curious 2 and 3. Duplicate that, unhide this, invert, delete. Alice's paralysis. Something like this. so that's the front plate. So you can do one more lane here. And then there will be less plates back here. That looks good. Then we can have like straps under connecting these bits here. Or something. Something back here. Ooh, I don't know. Oops. Don't need these. I'll leave them in there for now. Jesus Christ, you sound like you're eating a human body down there. What the fuck? You guys want to hear something? I don't know if she'll keep chewing, but here you go. You hear that? It's like a chainsaw under my desk. That's Woo chewing bones. Kiras one on the kind of one this bit. And this as well. every Curious will have this underlying garment. So I might as well just separate it off. Wait, that's not it. Where'd it go? Wait, what the fuck? Where'd it go? Did I put it in a folder? I did, okay. It's that. There's this. That. I think that's it. New folder. 4 point. So this will always be enabled, no matter what Curious you wear. Hey Z, how's it going? New armor variation, yes, yes. Working on the new Curiouses now. Looks pretty good, I'd say. Looks pretty decent. Save it actually. Hey, Cho, calm down. Don't listen to the asshole neighbor dog. He's telling you lies, whispering you false warnings. we'll see what this is like. It's like, if I put this here, it's gonna be animated by cloth physics. And like, it'll look weird. Just the issue. I can put something else here that'll work better. I think your armors will fit the Ballarat area more than original. I mean, the original armors are pretty cool. Like, the issue with FromSoft's armor, though, I've said this before, it's always proportions. Like, they get a lot of the aesthetics right, but then they just like completely fuck it up on the proportions. And like, why? Why? You put so much work into making it look good. At least have the proportions right. I have to be careful about this back area. There's a lot going on back here. There's going to be the wings. That's already clipping. And there's also going to be a backpack. Yeah, this little tasset here is a bit in the way. I have to fix that. Still need to do something about this helm. No. Guess it's alright for now, but I'll revisit it later. Let's make these really small or something. I don't know, there's gonna be clipping. I don't think there's any way I can avoid clipping. There's just too much going on now. All I can do is minimize the amount of clipping there is. I guess one of these have thickness, but the other doesn't. That's weird. What is going on there? have like some crazy leather something going on down here. Yes, why not? That look cool. Might be a bad idea, just because it makes the kill a lot heavier. Let's test it out, see what it looks like. Yeah, no, that's definitely not gonna work, but it's like, just experimenting. Maybe this could be something else, some other material. Well, I definitely can put these here on the hips. Because I already have a lot of armors that have this kind of configuration, like lames into folds. How did I knock those holes in there? I don't want that. When did I do that? Yeah, so this could work. Maybe make them a little bit smaller, just so they jive better with animation. Maybe there's too much brass in this area. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I should actually keep that area pretty free of like clutter, just because the belts are modular as well. Let's put this down here, maybe then. Yeah, here we go. Big old blank spot that I can fill in with brass plates. Oh, it's Friday. I can order a pizza. Woo! It's Pizza Friday. Should I though? Should I order a pizza? Or should I eat healthier? We shall see. We shall see. Like a morph for just to adjust the straps a bit nicer. That's gonna be interesting to figure out. I really should make like the belts. Yeah, I need to separate the belts out into their own thing. Like this looks cool on your belt buckle here. I don't know. Like what if we can have like Karis Lower 1 belt available here? That's because it's like partially good. There's no belt. Yeah, it's not the bushes here. I hit it. Yeah, like what if we can have that configuration with this armor, this skirt? That would be pretty nice. That means this bit here would have to be its own belt. We'll just leave the folds as their own thing as well. Whoa. Whoa. What the fuck? Okay. Where is this? Okay, we're gonna make the belts modular as well. Wait, where the fuck did it go? Eh? What? Where did it go? See this? Somewhere. Here's lower 3. Gotta say, it's freaking out a bit. Oh. Okay, so it's in Curious Lower 1 or 2. Why is it in Curious Lower 2? Belt 2. Alright, the belts are now going to be modular as well. Developer side only, not player side. Wait, it should be called Belt 3. So we had Belt 3. And then like move the fonts around. We'll need to resize some stuff here. But that can wait. We'll just work on everything else first. There's one more Curious to block out, I think. We're working at Curiouses. Let's not get distracted. Too distracted, at least. This is also Curious. Curious lower. Curious 3. Where's Curious 3? It's the leather back. No, wait, this is the skirt piece, right? Yeah, okay. This goes into Curious lower 3. Not Curious. Well, on version 1, it's too narrow. A little bit. I don't know. Right, it doesn't matter too much. I can resize the low poly, but it would be nice if the high polys also were the right size. It's just like hanging out. Where is this supposed to be? Here's lower 1. Here's lower 2. Effectively. Okay. Yeah, we need to work on this one. Lock this one out. Could make this kind of like the Elite Knight armor from Dark Souls 3 and make it look like Henri's set. People love Henri's set. So, what is that? Like a strip of armor down the middle and then like leather or cloth sides? Maybe. But then would that match with the others? Not really. Oh. Oh, what's this? Jason Schreier spoke to Blizzard co-founder and Dreamhaven CEO Mike Morhaime today. He has a bleak industry climate, building healthier, more inclusive studio. Let's go see what this is all about. We'll go listen to this Bloomberg Life. Actually, I want to take a short break first. Give me a sec. Be right back. Let's go get up and stretch. Man, do I want to listen to Mike Morheim or do I want to listen to this epic RuneScape music? Very hard choice, honestly. We'll go listen to Mike Morheim though.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Mike.
Hello,
Thank
Mike.
you so much for joining us here at Screen Time. This is all very exciting.
Oh, wait, that's Jason.
Exciting day for you, you guys, you and your new
Jason sounds like Zizarin.
ish game studio, Dreamhaven. You guys just announced a new game.
We did,
like
yeah.
Zizarin, by
This
the way.
is the first time we've been able to talk about the stuff we've been working on internally.
How long have you been working on this one
This
now?
one about 4 years.
4 years in the making. And do you want to tell us a little bit
Isn't
about
it the
it?
big ad for this
Yeah,
game?
so this one is a little bit different. It's called Sunderfolk. It's really inspired by Secret Door's love for tabletop games and tabletop RPGs in particular. And so, you know, when you think about gathering around with your friends and the feeling of togetherness you have around the board game table, that's something we kind of wanted to capture.
Yeah, it's gonna work on the characters.
In this world where we're all kind of disconnected and, you know, separated by virtual wires and all that stuff. We wanted to give people a way
Virtual wires.
to gather in their living room and kind of reimagine game night. Also, when you think about these games, a lot of them come with thick manuals and a lot of setup time that kind of really is a barrier to entry for a lot of people, you know, including ourselves, because it really takes a lot of time to do that. And
2 hour
we
setup, yep.
also self-select out from a lot of our friends and family that we just know don't have the patience for that sort of thing. But there's really a magic that these types of games have. And so we wanted to use technology, the personal screen that we all have in our pockets, and a main shared screen that can kind of act as the shared the board or the table. And so I think we've hit on something that's kind of a really nice, easy way to ease people into this type of game and maybe even give tools to lovers of this genre to be able to share it with people that wouldn't ordinarily be able to.
So I want to zoom out for a second, Mike. So for people who don't know you, you are, of course, the co-founder and former CEO of Blizzard Entertainment, which I'm sure that many people in this room have heard of. Blizzard is, of course, the company behind Warcraft and Diablo and StarCraft and Overwatch. You can just kind of go on, rattling off these billion-dollar franchises. You left in 2018 and started Dreamhaven, your new company, in 2020. And I think one of the secrets to Blizzard's success was always being able to take a genre of a video game that kind of seems a little bit maybe unapproachable, a little bit too hardcore, and make it broadly appealing to everybody. For example, with World of Warcraft, take a game like EverQuest, which was very popular back in the day, but also a little hard to get into, a little difficult. Make World of Warcraft out of it, a game that is way more accessible and approachable. It sounds like you guys are trying to take that same philosophy and do that in kind of the modern era.
Why do something like
Yeah,
this?
I think you know, we try to look for things
that look
that
good,
are that have potential to be deep and replayable, and you know, in the case of Dreamhaven, we're really trying to create experiences that can connect people in positive ways.
So what I think maybe some of the folks from the Hollywood scene might know or not know is that the climate in the video game industry right now is a little bit bleak. There have been thousands and thousands of layoffs in the video game industry. I mean, it's kind of like, it's funny, when I had breakfast with some Hollywood colleagues a few months ago, they all said, we're all saying survive till 25. And I said, that's what the video game industry is saying. Everybody's just trying to survive till 25. So you guys are announcing this game in the midst of kind of what has been a real industry, I don't know if crisis is the right word, but certainly a tough climate. What is it like? How do you kind of, well, I guess first and foremost, what is it like for you guys? What has it been like for Dreamhaven operating a startup in this environment?
Well, you know, we're in the environment, we don't have any games in the market, we don't have any customers yet, so we haven't experienced the downturn ourselves.
Yeah.
I would say just the gaming downturn even is a little bit overstated, because if you look at the gaming industry in general, it actually is still growing. More people are playing games than ever before. But I think the situation is what you had is going through the pandemic people didn't have a lot to do, and so they turned to the streaming platforms and they turned to games, and it was a huge increase in usage. And a lot of the companies saw that, and they thought that was the new trend, and that was just going to continue. And so there was a lot of investment. And when that didn't continue, I think probably the finance department said, oh, wait a minute, margins and everything. And so they wanted to sort of cut back to the trend line. It's been really sad to see. It's affected a lot of people. It's not a great, efficient way to grow.
Yeah, 100%. And the correction, I think that's definitely true, but that's also part of the story. The other part of the story is oversaturation, which is that the video game market, just like the Hollywood market, is just filled with stuff. There is so much more stuff coming out now than there was when you guys were starting Blizzard, as an example, in the 1990s. It was a lot easier to break out if you had something really great. And your philosophy of Blizzard was always make great games and the profits will follow. But is that still true today? Can you still stand out in this market?
Well, I mean, gaming has always been very competitive, and really the top games have been responsible for the vast majority of the profits. So in order to really be a hit, you have to stand out and be one of the top games. So that part is the same. You're right, though. The amount of competition is higher. There's a stat that I looked at recently. Something like 15,000 games are released each year on Steam.
Oh, my God.
And that's just, the PC platform. Then you look at the other platforms, and of course, it's a lot higher than that.
Yeah.
And so how do you get noticed and stand apart from the other games? And our strategy really is to make sure that when we're pursuing a game, that we're adding something to the genre that differentiates our game. We're trying to elevate the genre. We're not trying to copy something that's already there just because it's successful. We're looking at opportunities that haven't necessarily been explored, or maybe there's some gap in the market that we feel like as gamers is something we want to see.
Yeah, so 15,000 games coming out on Steam per year. What do you think that number was in 1994 when you guys released Warcraft?
It was 0 because there was no Steam.
What do you think the number of new games per year coming out?
That's a good question. I mean, I have no.
Probably
no
more
idea.
more like dozens than, or maybe 100
per year.
So.
It's probably in the hundreds.
In the hundreds,
but,
yeah.
But you really needed to hit the top 10.
Yeah, to stand out and become a breakout hit. And yeah, so with this new game, Sunderfolk, it seems like you're taking that kind of like, we're going to take tabletop games, do our spin on that, make them more approachable, make them more accessible. Is your hope that, do you think there's a big market for people who are going to play this kind of game?
Well, we certainly hope so. I mean, one of the things, you've seen a rise in popularity of role-playing games in general. D&D has become very popular. Things like Critical Role has been like the #1 earning channel on Twitch, which is amazing to see. And they're selling out arenas, with people going to watch live D&D. But I think it's still, has a barrier to entry. You need to have a DM. There's a lot of rules to learn and a lot of setup to kind of get into that. It's intimidating for a lot of people. And so we're hoping this can kind of be a gateway game for people.
Yeah, I think so. I played it. I got to come to your office yesterday afternoon, and I played a bunch, and it's a lot of fun. I will say I enjoyed it. I want to play more. Although the one hesitation I had, or I guess the one barrier that I see, is this idea of, so the way it works is you are controlling the character on your phone while playing it on a TV. It seems like it might be the type of thing that like your average gamer might look at that and be like, oh, I don't want to pick up my phone. Is this a phone game? Like, what is this?
Yeah, it's not a phone game. It's really trying to take all of the stuff that is in your hand, or that you're controlling on the board, and put that in a easy to manage way on your phone. So all the counters, all the cards, and stuff like that. So you're able to control things. I think it is one of those things that when we've gotten people to sit down and hold the phone in their hand and actually interact with the game, there's a lot of, oh, I see what you guys are doing. This feels really good, But I don't know how much that comes through if you're just watching the trailer.
Yeah. I recommend it from what I've played so far. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to play more. I want to talk a little bit about Dreamhaven, about the company you guys are building, because you guys have been at it for about 4 years now, after many, many years running Blizzard. I guess first and foremost, are there kind
longer
of,
than 4 years.
what would you say are kind of the biggest lessons that you've taken away from your time at Blizzard that like you can use to springboard this opportunity to start new and start a brand new company?
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the philosophies we definitely want to bring forward to Dreamhaven is really, you know, we think we're going to succeed if the quality of our games is there, and we want to always kind of be iterating, playing the games, making sure that we're making the best games possible, that we're serving a need for players. I think that's a critical success factor. We're trying to create an environment at Dreamhaven for our studios to feel like they're in control of their destiny, so they have agency, they're excited about the games that they're making, and they can fix things when they're not working. You know, we want the people that are contributing to these games to feel like they can do their best work at Dreamhaven.
Yeah.
You know, and we're building a company where people really care about the experience our players have. They're trying to do something very special. Everybody's very excited and motivated, and so I think that's all really important. People talk a lot about, you know, player over profit or things like that, but the way we think about it is the quality of the games and attracting players is the path to profit. They're not like, it's not a contradictory thing. The strategy is doing the right thing for players, and for the games is the strategy to get to the profit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that, you know, another thing that's very important in, you know, building a healthy culture, having a safe and inclusive work environment for people. And one of the things we've really been working hard at is right from the beginning to let people know the kind of environment that we're trying to create, and making it very safe and inviting for people to speak up if they think that we're not achieving that, or they think that things can be better, so that we hear about these things early and often. We're talking about them. I think that it's pretty standard at really any company. There's going to be a whisper network, you know, when there's stuff that sort of doesn't seem right, and people will be talking about that stuff. And the key thing is for basically to be able to hear the whispers, you know. And I think so far I'm happy with how things are going. I feel like we are hearing the whispers, and we're following up on those things, and we're creating an environment where people feel comfortable going, you know, and raising issues and talking about issues.
Yeah. Yeah, something that I think is worth noting is that at Blizzard, at the very beginning, it was almost entirely men. A little later on, it was closer to 20-ish% women. At Dreamhaven, the number's a lot higher, right?
Yeah, we're about 37% women and non-binary, so we're pretty
above average for the video game
industry. It is, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other kind of part of this equation is we've reported at Bloomberg. I reported in my new book, Play Nice, about the kind of the corporate pressures that Blizzard became under, especially towards the later years of your tenure there. Yeah. Something I think is pretty wild is that you sold Blizzard in 1994, 3 years into its existence. Now we're 4 years into Dreamhaven, and you still own it. Is that something you see? Do you see yourself just kind of retaining control this time around?
Well, I don't have any desire to give up control. You know, I think we'll have to play that by ear. But right now, our focus is on these first 2 games that we're developing. So we're talking about the Secret Door game. We also have another studio called Moonshot that's also working on a really fun game. It's very different from this one. We are planning to publish our own games, the ones that we're developing, and also be able to publish some external games as well. And we announced the first game that we're publishing, developed by an external studio. It's called Linked, Banner of the Spark, from a great developer called FuzzyBot. And that one is actually already up on Steam. You can download a demo of it, and it's going live in early access on October 22nd. But you can wishlist it today.
Anything you can share about that other game in development at Moonshot? Anything you can kind of tease out for us?
So I think the thing that all of these games have in common is our desire to create experiences that you can share with your friends and really bring people together in positive ways. The other one is not a couch co-op game, but you can still enjoy it with your friends. We just had an internal sort of friends and family alpha test of the game, and I had a blast playing it with my family. My daughter loved it as well, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, it seems like playtesting is a big part of the philosophy of Dreamhaven. I know that was a big part of what made Blizzard so successful, getting everyone constantly playing the game, which is something I'm always shocked when I hear that at some game studios, they don't actually do that.
Make the file size
and one of the things we like to do is constantly open up the groups of people and look to larger and larger groups of people, so you're always getting a fresh perspective. People who have never played the game, so they're not along the journey with us. They don't know why we made certain changes or how things are supposed to be. And then you can kind of always see, like, what is that on-ramp to understanding the game.
We got a couple of viewer questions that I think maybe we can field. Maybe we can field a couple of these. One person asks, how is AI going to change games? How is Dreamhaven thinking about AI? And I assume the implication here is generative AI, the new kind of LLMs that are being discussed.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been blown away at the progress of generative AIs. We aren't yet sure how to leverage that for actual game development or gameplay. I think you can imagine that it could have a huge impact. I think AI is going to have an impact on all sorts of aspects of our lives and how we interact with each other. We're using it for, ChatGPT is a great sounding board for a lot of things, and so we're starting to use it for that. Obviously, note taking and meetings and things like that. These games that we're developing are far enough along that there's really not a big opportunity, but it's something that we're paying a lot of attention to. I think we're also aware that there are big challenges as well in our industry and other creative industries, because we have to figure out the copyright, the legal issues, ethical issues, and things like that, which I'm hoping will be solved over time.
Yeah. So do you envision, I've thought about this a lot, do you envision it as more something like ChatGPT or generative AI, do you envision it as more helping for the creation of the game or like possibilities inside a game itself?
I think both, probably. I think as, in terms of making creators more efficient, we're seeing some amazing things that Copilot is able to do with software engineering. So I do think that there are opportunities there.
Yeah, it's interesting.
There's some amazing art tools as well. But I think you really need to be able to put these tools in the hands of talented individuals to really get the benefit.
Yeah, I mean, some of the art that you see floating around on social media is just total slop. So yeah, I mean, definitely need some real people in there, some human talent in there too. We can take one more question probably from the audience. How does a young person start a career in gaming today? I think that's an interesting question because you came up at a time when like people didn't even know there was such thing as a career in gaming.
Yeah.
What's changed between now and then?
I mean, so much. One of the big things is that there are very good game engines that everyone really has access to. Unity and Unreal are very popular.
Tools for making games.
But these are like engines that your game can actually run on. And so I know there are a lot of high school students and college students that are actually using these tools to make their own games. And so I think if people are interested in game development, I'd really encourage people to start learning about programming. Because that opens up all sorts of avenues for you to implement these things and experiment yourself. And I think it also, even if you ultimately want to go into other fields like art or design, having an understanding of programming and how it all comes together, I think can help make you a more well-rounded game maker.
And what do you guys typically look for? Like if you find a young person and they want to come work for Dreamhaven, is it programming skills? Is it?
It's really everything. We do, we also, we're not doing it this year, but we have done an internship program where we've brought in college students during the summer, and you know, we've done it with art, with programming, even project management, things like that.
Is that it? Okay, back to RuneScape, I guess. Why is this in Curious? Well, this should be in, yeah, this should be in Curious Upper. Curious Upper 1, 2, no, Upper 4. There we go. Here's 1 and 2 are a bit similar. Kind of, not really, I guess. Could do with a little bit more variation. Figures 4 is not defined yet. What am I gonna do for Curious 4? I just... Oh yeah, I was gonna do like the large plates. Okay. I know what I was gonna do. Right. So this area is gonna be leather, this sides will be leather, the front and back will be heavy armor. Go ahead and do that. There's something about it. Also should... Yeah, I should probably do this. Meet in the middle here. The happy medium ground. Let's move this Curious up for now, I guess. Make it match Curious 1. We should go into Curious lower 3. So match it with Curious 2. These are sphere pieces here. Probably don't need that. Uh-oh, okay, this is a bit confusing. Let's go do this up. Something is pretty confusing. What I need are guideline meshes. Oh, that's all one poly group. Okay. That makes sense. Go ahead and merge these. Where's... Here are some caps. Also merge this. Good morning. Morning, morning. Wow. Okay. I think we have enough tomato. Oh. I already have coffee here. Why, are you gonna make me some Milo? Oh. When I get back to sleep. Woo-woo woke me up too early. Either that or I went to sleep too late last night. Playing a little bit of Space Marine on the stream. don't need this. You can just delete it. So we have point, and then curious one. Two looks too similar to one. Let me fix that. 3. And 4 I need to do. Nice, damn you. Okay. Channel my inner Schwarzenegger. Let's just look with Akira's lower 4. I think it works. I'll have to like move some stuff around. It needs to be like a leather something, some sort of transitionary mesh between these two here. Oh my god. How have I only been live for 2 hours? Guys, I think I'll end it here. The weekend's coming up, so I'll be streaming a lot more. I'll probably do a nighttime stream. I'll do a stream later today. And then after that, I have somewhere to be on Saturday. But then after that, it's just like streams. Stream the entire weekend. But yeah, see you guys later. I'm gonna go take a nap and then go work on Exanima. Bye!